All right.
All right, Holly. You've had some time in this one.
Have you sat back there?
What?
Your booty's on the floor. Your knees are under your chin. Your head is on the roof.
Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day.
We got that one.
Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
That's me.
And we're getting a second go round in a Lexus GX 550. This time it is the Luxury Plus on-road trim with 3 rows of seats. We'll talk about that third row and more, and how this fits our family of 3. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, we've had this one for a week now. We took it on vacation, but that comes with a pretty big asterisk because there were 5 of us. This is a 6-seater. We had lots of luggage. Was it the only vehicle we took on vacation?
No, we had to take 2 vehicles.
All right, we'll get to that. We will get to that. But I must ask you, we really liked the overtrail that we had for your birthday. Thoughts on the styling of this incognito gray Luxury Plus trim?
You mustache me.
I mustache you.
I really like the color.
Yeah.
I like the whole look of the Lexus.
Yes.
We'll get back to driving this brick, but it is a brick. It's a big cube.
Yes.
Driving down, but it's got some curves that makes it interesting and fun, and this is kind of like a very popular look right now for SUVs, more of the rugged style.
Got stopped in multiple parking lots, asked many a question about this. So, yes, people are interested in this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It looks really cool on the outside. All right, so we've covered the outside, mostly on the overtrail version, but you like it. What are your thoughts on the inside?
It's all right.
Okay.
I mean, like, I just feel like it's kind of basic for a Lexus to me. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the brown leather. I like that contrast, but the steering wheel's just all right. This is just plain. There's not a lot of interesting
Elements.
to it.
It is utilitarian. Very much so. But there are some fun features, though it takes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 features to get to.
Woo, hello.
You do have a massage.
You want a girl. Yeah.
It's not only massage back, but seat bottom as well. I have it over here as well, but there are some gremlins in this one. This is a 2024 model. Doesn't seem to be working over here.
Right. So,
don't know what's going on there, but thought we should at least point that out. But there are some nice touches in here. What are your thoughts on seat comfort and such?
I expected more
Really?
seat comfort.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not bad. It's soft semi-aniline leather.
It's not bad, but it's also a Lexus.
Yeah. Okay. You're just holding them to a little higher standard.
Well,
Yeah,
we took 2 cars to on vacation, and one was much more affordable than this one, and the seats were more comfortable.
Okay. Okay.
So, and even your mom rode in this one on the way there and rode with me on the way back. and one of the reasons she said is the seat was not comfortable.
Interesting. Worth noting, it was a 3.5-hour trip, and yeah,
it kind of feels like, okay, so it's weird because it feels squishy on the sides where it holds you in, but your back and the bottom feels slightly more comfortable than sitting on cardboard.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Isn't that weird?
lot of give right where most of my weight is.
Yeah, same. And that's the issue. Like, this is really soft.
Yeah.
And you think, ooh, it is a soft seat, but it's not when you've been sitting there for 3 hours and your butt hurts.
Well, there you go. Your booty, right, Tucker?
Your booty.
But we do have some nice things in here. We've got the large touchscreen infotainment. You've got a head-up display that
and
you
that's
are
nice.
looking at probably more than your digital gauge cluster down here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice steering wheel, heated and ventilated.
Yeah, heated and ventilated seats.
Not
ventilated.
steering wheel. Ventilated seats, yes.
Heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, three-person.
Steering wheel?
Yeah, to warm your hands when it gets cold.
Yep.
And three-person memory over here. And we have to note, it doesn't just memorize your seat, memorize the steering wheel, and it memorized the rearview mirrors.
Yep. So
side mirrors.
Lot of built-in functionality there. I will also say with the heated and ventilated seats, you can put them on automatic mode where it looks at the outside temperature and what I have our tri-zone climate control set at. So you don't, in theory, have to touch buttons for heated and ventilated seats, but you may. And then we can control the rear seat climate from here, which I guess, Tucker, how's your comfortability and space back there in the second row?
Well, as I've been telling you, that I have pretty much room if the seat is not touching my toes.
Okay.
And what's good is that it's not touching my toes, so I would say I have pretty much room.
Good room back there in the back. What are some features back there in the back that we like, Holly? Built-in sunshades.
Oh yeah, built-in sunshades. I wasn't sure where you were going.
Ceiling-mounted AC vents.
Yes.
So some really good family-friendly.
Captain's, we have captain's chairs. Do they have an option for a bench?
Yeah, so we had a bench in the Overtrail, but we did not have the third row of seats. This, with its third row of seats, now we have 2 seating for 6. But again, I take us back to our trip of 5 plus our luggage. We had to take 2 vehicles because behind that third row of seats,
Yes.
not much space. And we'll show you that after we put in Tucker's child safety seat, and then we'll get back there and show you rear storage.
Yes.
The second row of the GX550 Luxury Plus is a little bit different environment than the Overtrail we had previously. I really like the two-tone color here on the seats. We get power running boards, we get this B-pillar mounted step. Very easy to climb into the second row, but you can see I'm kind of sitting up a little bit. These do recline. We have built-in armrests here on the side that you can ratchet into place. We have 2 cup holders permanently affixed in a hard plastic center console here with a little bit of rubberized storage in the back. We have HVAC controls on the back of the center console with heated outboard seats, 2 USB-C ports back here, so I like that a lot. Plenty of room behind where I've been comfortable riding. We've got ceiling mounted vents, which you know we really like here on the channel. And another thing we really like for family vehicles, sunshades built into the doors. So a lot of really good amenities back here. What is it like for bringing in a child safety seat? This is Tucker's Graco Extend to Fit child safety seat, the same one he rode in when he was rearward facing, and yes, you can already see we have a problem. I am going to have to sacrifice legroom up front to make room for a comfortable or securely fastened rear-facing second row car seat, but it's not terrible up here. It's just not my preferred sitting position. My knees aren't in the dash. It's just slightly uncomfortable for me at 5'10". It is a slight compromise, but kids do not ride rear facing for too long, so won't be much of a big sacrifice long term. As we rotate it around, set it up, drop the top tether back, we can talk about the lower latch points. There is a flap of material covering the lower latch points here, so be sure and lift that up before pushing the child seat back into place, just so you have quick and easy access to those lower latch points. With the power running boards, it's fairly easy to climb in here and get to both of the latch points. So, yeah, that one was a whole lot easier. And now, again, with those running boards, it's very easy to snug this up. Now, unfortunately, these seats don't move. The whole way in which you get into the third row is they fold and they tumble. So that means putting in this top tether is done in one of two ways, but unfortunately to do it from here, you're going to be doing it blind. The easier way requires climbing up through the back of the vehicle. So just know that, yes, if you get a child seat in here, you're probably going to want to leave it here, but unfortunately that negates you being able to climb into that third row of seats, which I guess is a good segue into me climbing into those third row of seats. All right, so now I've removed Tucker's child safety seat. We simply pull on that, and in one swift motion, the seat is out of the way, allowing me clear access into the third row. Once back here in the third row, I have a very unique seat bottom situation here. It's not a continuous bench. These little seat cartridges come up out of the floor in order to give you a flat seating position. I'll put some B-roll in of these seats folding down, but in order to sit back here as an adult, you need to put these very massive headrests up, which completely block, if you're using both of them, the visibility through 90% of the rear window. It really obliterates your rear view out of the back, but we do have a rear view camera mirror. Sitting position is okay. I've got no real complaints, but my booty is on the floor. My knees are up underneath my chin. Adults aren't going to want to ride back here. This really is a bonus seat or a place for children. Speaking of children, child safety tethers are only here on the passenger side. We have a top tether on the back of the seat on the passenger side, and we do not have a single lower latch system down here, so we will be using the seatbelt method when we bring Tucker's child seat in. I do want to also say these are power reclining, so you can adjust them ever so slightly. We also get USB-C ports, cup holders, and air vents back here. So a few amenities, but not a whole lot of niceties for adults who want to ride back here. Getting this child seat in is fairly easy because of the boxy shape of the vehicle, but my goodness, yeah, way. You got to be a gymnast to do all of that. We'll go ahead and drop the top tether back behind this massive headrest, and we'll get the seat in place. Toyota, Lexus does put a couple of latches for you to affix these seat belts to the side of the vehicle for when this third row is not in use, so that they're not banging around making a lot of noise. And as we fish that seat belt through, we can go ahead, attach that in, make sure we get this good and snug as best we can, and then we can finally go around to the back of the vehicle, see what cargo space is like, especially with this third seat up. Before I show you rear cargo space, I do want to show you some tricks. We do have this button right there, which lifts the glass, which on a power lift gate is a really nice option because it allows you to very quickly get into the rear cargo area, and you can already see where this review is going. We do have a rear wiper that is connected through a motor when the glass is closed, but let's go ahead and show you. We will open that power lift gate and womp, womp, womp. Yes, not a lot of room back here at all. They don't even give you a shelf like on the larger Toyota Sequoia. Back here, you really are compromising your overall space to put a passenger in the third row. You can see very easy to attach and tighten down the top tether, given that it is like right here, like I'm standing upright. I'm not leaning, I'm not doing anything, and I will tighten this down two-handed when I am not holding a camera. But yes, absolute compromised cargo space with the third row of seats up. We can fold the third row of seats down from back here, and you can see they are power fold. That headrest will power retract, and now we've got a little bit more cargo space in here. But whoever is riding on the passenger side is going to have some friends in all of these suitcases. Just something to consider if you purchase this vehicle expecting to use all three rows. Coming to me, the hatch opens nice and wide, plenty of wide for me at 5'10". We have a couple buttons right here to power close it. 10 cubic feet of space behind that third row of seats, and I don't know where they're getting 10 cubic feet of space. It is shallow.
I would just like to harken back to the vehicles we're taking on a road trip conversation where your wife said, we're going to have to take 2 vehicles. And you said, we're not going to have to take 2 vehicles. It's big enough. And I said, we're going to need to take 2 vehicles.
She was right.
What did we do?
We took 2 vehicles. All right. So
I just want everyone to know.
Sure. We've been driving this one around. You've taken it some without me. You've ridden some with me. What has it been like maneuvering this Luxury Plus around? Because it's a little bit different to drive than the Overtrail we took on your birthday trip.
Yeah, I think it's smoother than the Overtrail, but it still feels like a block that you're trying to park and stuff like that. But with the cameras make it a lot easier and help me feel a lot more confident pulling it into parking spots, backing it up.
And if you'll scoot forward just a little bit while we're stopped here at this light, it does have the invisible car feature where it remembers what the camera saw and will turn that image of our vehicle invisible. So if you're like trying to maneuver around things, you can see what is underneath you in theory, which is a really cool. You saw on the screen it does have front and rear cross traffic, lots of safety tech. Look down in the vehicle description for safety and warranty information, but lots going on in this one. How does the power feel? Does power feel ready and eager, or does it make it feel like a huge block?
It doesn't feel like a huge block when you're going off of the line at the red light. It's got enough power, I would say. It doesn't feel like it's struggling.
No, but not by any means. We're sitting here waiting at the light, but we're about to turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, where we really can talk about how this thing rides versus some other vehicles that we've been used to. But while we had it on vacation, we took it down gravel roads, washboard roads, paved roads, Oklahoma roads, if you know what that means. We've been on like every type of road surface. We've done everything except like truly legit hardcore off-road in this. And it's been comfortable all along the way, right?
Yeah, and in the Oklahoma driving kind of off-road, paved roads, gravel roads, it didn't feel like it was struggling. It definitely felt. Even
climbing hills on gravel.
It handled it with ease.
All right, Tucker, how's your wobbly head now that we're on the brick streets?
It's a wobble.
Yeah, this is where it shows that it is a body-on-frame, truck-based SUV.
Yeah.
Here's the big one.
That wasn't too bad.
No, you hear the body flex and stuff, but I mean, it's a body-on-frame SUV. It's fine.
I'm gonna splash in this puddle.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make a big splash.
Oh no, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh.
Just a wee little splash.
Just a wee little splash.
A wee little splash. Here's another one.
But okay, so
just on your
easy
side.
To park and maneuver with the cameras, easy to see out of.
I'll say the one thing that I do have issue with on visibility is that rear view mirror. I guess because it's just a wall flat. Yeah. It doesn't curve down. It is hard to see cars that are behind you out of that rear view mirror.
It's like too narrow and tall, I think.
Yeah, well, it's a combination of the mirror being too narrow and tall and the side of the car having zero curve back there. Yeah. It's just a block.
All right, so fairly good visibility, and then we do have the rear view camera mirror if you must.
Oh, we haven't talked about this.
I was gonna. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
That's the best thing about this. I love it.
Yeah, you can go opaque or clear, and then it does have a roller shade over it as well. So the Lexus RZ is the first vehicle we tested with that feature.
Yeah,
it didn't have the roller shade, but this is pretty cool. You can open it.
I do like having the roller shade.
Yeah. Can open it though, so it's just one big pane of glass up there. Some other nifty features. Cool box.
Oh, yeah. The cool box.
So we sacrificed some space here in the center console for a cool box, which worked out very well coming back
On
from
our
hikes.
road trip, yes.
Had some cold agua waiting for us in the vehicle, which was nice, but it does kind of cut down on interior storage. We already talked about rear cargo space, but what are your thoughts on other cargo and storage in here in the front?
Well, you traveled with it more than me.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not great.
I do have my phone resting up here. There's this little shelf here. That's nice. The glove box is two-tiered. We've got some power up there. Got big grab holds in the door that you can store some stuff in. Storage down there. But like, I feel like this isn't utilized to the
As
best.
well as it could. It could have a...
Yeah, like pass through here. We've got a little roller cover over the two cup holders. You've got
Hey,
a
you know what it
wireless
doesn't have,
charger
though?
right there.
That slick black stuff.
No, it doesn't.
What is that called?
Gloss black.
The gloss black.
Yeah, I know. The Qi wireless charger works well for your iPhone 16, but my 16 Pro Max, it's not a fully rectangular. You've got like this little corner cut out. I don't know what they were thinking with that design. That's really weird.
So yours doesn't fit well?
It does. It doesn't charge great. So I've been plugged out. And then something that my dad noticed that I'm surprised neither one of us did, though by the time he noticed it, you hadn't driven it. No engine cutoff in traffic.
Yeah, that's
So-
interesting. So you looked that up and there's not?
I mean, there's not. So that's nice. Other thoughts before I pull out the window sticker?
Yeah, what's the MPG on this bad boy? And it takes premium fuel too, right?
Yes. So, historically speaking, Lexus did ditch a V8 in prior GX models in favor of now this twin turbo V6. So that is something to make note of. But without that engine start-stop functionality, we're not getting much great fuel economy out of this V6 either. 15 city, 21 highway, 17 combined. It's too dim for me to see, but what are you getting over there?
17.9.
17.9 and mostly highway driving, though when we've gotten to our locations, it's been this. We're in stop-and-go traffic.
Yeah.
So not great fuel economy, and yes, it does take premium, so there's that. Will be very expensive, filling up frequently. Yeah.
And you will be filling up frequently.
Any other thoughts before we talk price?
What trim is this?
This is the Luxury Plus, so it is like the top on-road trim of this. There is also the Overtrail, which we sampled, and an Overtrail Plus, which kind of blends the luxury items of this one with the off-roady stuff of the Overtrail. I would say the top trim, if
most people will
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thoughts?
Yeah, 72.
More.
78? More than that? Ooh. 85?
84,665 as this 2024 model
Above it.
Right
is
above it.
equipped. So yeah, it's
up there.
It's up there. I'd say its main competition, main rival would be a Land Rover Defender, which I guess now is a Defender 110. But we had the 130 with the really long back, made up for some of the sacrifices of the third row in this one. So there are other options out there.
That you would
They
choose?
are pricier. I don't know. Me personally, I would get the Overtrail Plus with the bench seat in the second row, no third row, because let's face it, it's kind of a waste. If it were me.
Unless you need to fit people back there.
They can find another vehicle, as we had to do with this 3-row
That's
anyway.
true. We had to do it anyway.
So,
But
it's almost
if you didn't have
completely
luggage,
useless. I mean, but we did. So,
we did.
there is that.
We can always get a minivan.
So if you want to see some more stuff from Holly, see what she's testing, what she's driving, find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com, where you'll find links to everything that we do, including our award-winning podcast. But as for us, here in this 6-seater, 3-row, didn't love. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.